Okay, so I'm gonna wing it. Didn't really plan this out too much, but this is gonna be a video about a heavenly dream I had. So don't turn off the video. Watch the whole thing. Uh, I believe in the dream. There's lots of emphasis on. Basically, it seemed as if the dream was wanting to show me what to try and get me to convert East Indians, Hindus specifically, to Christianity, or at least let them know that the Christian God is thinking of the Hindus and cares about them lots. So I didn't bring up anything, so we'll have to just bring up articles and topic and links on the fly and stuff as I'm talking about it. But okay, so in this stream, it was it started out. I was in this Christmas tree. It was about 100-foot Christmas tree, maybe like a 300-foot Christmas tree or something. And between the branches, there was like branches like this. There's a big space of branches with like a landing all the way across. And then I heard, and then I knew, well, I was hearing there was gifts for me. For me, just like gifts for me. So I went up there and I seen these gifts. There was like a light where the middle of where the center of the tree was, and I could hear a voice coming out of it, trying to show me these gifts. I thought they were mine for a while till I realized that they were God's gifts. They were God's gifts. So He wanted to show me his gifts, and I heard. Well, after the dream happened, I heard other people have got a dream like kind of similar dream to this, where God shows him His gifts. And I think in the Bible it says God won't reveal His gifts or something. That's what I found out after. I found all this out after the dream. So when I first seen the dream, I was like, okay, I looked at the gifts, and then I figured it was like, it made me feel like it was 100% proof that God was real. And you keep when you got your eyes on the gifts, when you look, you know what they are when you're looking at them, but then when you look away, your memory gets wiped. Right when you like look away from the gifts, your memory gets wiped, so you can't remember what the gifts are. Strangely as that sounds, but I can remember what kind of emotions I felt when I was looking at the gifts. Sounds weird, but this is like actually like really you gotta humor me and actually listen to the whole video and stuff, right? But so oh yeah, when I had my eyes on the gifts, I felt like I was all knowing. Like as I was looking at the gifts, it felt like I was like all knowing. And I can't really 100% remember what they were, but I remember like an outline. It looked like the outline of a galaxy, or a universe, a galaxy or a universe. I think it was like a galaxy. And then I don't know why this keeps coming to mind, but it was like a violin. So it looked like a violin was like exploding out of a galaxy or something. I think maybe there's like we'll say there was like a 15-20% chance that one of his gifts looked like that, like in physical appearance. It was like a violin exploding out of a galaxy or something. I don't know if like it's like a really like low chance that that's what one of the gifts looked like, but as you're looking at the gift, you're all knowing. Like you know everything in the universe and every like the meaning of life, existence. You know every planet, everything in the entire universe. You know everything about everything. That's what happens when you lay eyes on his gifts, and then when you look away, you forget everything. As strange as that sounds, but anyway, oh yeah. So we'll just look this up here. We'll say I'm pretty sure this is a Bible verse. Bible verse. God won't reveal His gifts I'm pretty sure this is in the Bible. That's what I was saying. I'm pretty sure. Or maybe just. Let's see, 24 Bible verses about gifts of God. Let's see here. I'm just reading through these here. I want to see if it says one. It's supposed to. It's supposed to say he doesn't reveal his gifts or something. So. I knew I should have been prepared, but whatever. This one's gonna be like we're just gonna figure this out as we go. We'll like decipher the dream as it happened. So yeah, I see his gifts. Memory gets wiped. Kind of have a memory. Now we're looking up to see if it says God won't reveal his gifts. Hmm. So I don't know. I guess. But anyways, I don't know. This is gonna take too long, but he didn't reveal his gifts. Memory got wiped. Okay, so I'm in the tree, and then I start backing up as I read, and then I'm like, oh, I'm trying to like remember what I was just looking at, and then I fell out of the tree, and then I rolled underneath the tree. Then I rolled underneath the tree. Under the tree, I fell from the top of the tree, landed at the base in the snow, and I rolled under the tree. And there was this it looked like an inside out pomegranate, but it was like big, like it had like these bulbs on it. And then like I rolled underneath and I looked up at this thing. It looked like a bee's nest with like inside out pomegranate bulb things all over it, like just all over it. And then those blew up, and then I was hit in the face with this stuff, and it was mustard. My whole face was covered in mustard from these bulbs blowing up when I rolled underneath this thing. At the time, I didn't know what mustard was. I was like, "What is this? Cheese? Is it mustard?" And I just I made like a mental note that that was mustard. So mustard, my face was covered with mustard, but apparently that's like a thing in the Bible, and I didn't know that. That's like proof that I never like manifested this dream out of my own like thoughts, because I didn't know anything about mustard being. I don't like mustard. I never eat mustard. I didn't know it was in the Bible. Mustard seeds are in the Bible or anything. And it's very strange if you like look up this let's see here. What are must what do what does mustard meat have to do with the Bible? What does mustard have to do with the Bible? Okay, right here. So I'm covered with mustard, and I didn't find this out till like 3 days after the dream. That this is like some kind of biblical reference. So therefore, I couldn't have manifested the dream. Like the dream was beamed for me by God. God beamed the vision into my head, pure and simple. But anyways, listen. The biblical meaning of mustard, particularly the mustard seed, holds significant symbolism and reference within biblical texts. The mustard seed is often used as a metaphor of faith, growth, and the kingdom of God. Understanding its cultural context and the spiritual importance can illuminate how small mustard seed carries profound lessons for everyday life and spirituality. So, biblical references to mustard. One of the most notable references to mustard in the Bible can be found in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Jesus has used the mustard seed to illustrate the nature of faith and the kingdom of heaven. Okay, so in this dream, where I got my face covered in mustard after I seen God's gifts, where I was all knowing, as I was looking at him, looked away, I'm pretty sure they're an exploding violin out of a galaxy. Not pretty sure, maybe like 20% positive. But, so it's like really low. Fell out of the tree, got my face covered in mustard. 3 days later, found out that mustard is in the Bible. Very strange. Anyways, I wiped the mustard off my face, got up inside the dream. And then all of a sudden I'm at my home trailer park, like the trailer park I grew up in. And my sister bought like a house close, or a trailer close to my mom's, like a long time ago. And her husband had renovated it and changed where the door was. But I was walking up to her house, and there were one Hindu child, a girl child, a Hindu mom, and a Hindu grandma. So there were 3 Hindu girls, a family of a grandma, a mom, and a daughter. And they were using the old door before the renovations at a trailer my sister used to live in like 15 years ago. So, first off, how would like if the dream was like put into my head by like DARPA or something, or if it was like manifest, I don't know. It just makes me seem like that was like a nod, letting me know that the dream wasn't fabricated or fake, but it was at that old door that they used before the renovations, where this family, and they were living in the house or in the trailer. So I walk up to the family. I'm like right up on like the step where the deck is. And I was like, "What?" I knock on the door. They're there. I'm talking to them, and I was like, "Oh, how do you know your Hindu? What kind of proof do you have your Hindu gods real? Your Hindu gods are real. What kind of proof do you have?" Because I really wanted to show her these gifts that God had shown me. I wanted to show her God's gifts that I just seen. But I couldn't, because I couldn't locate them. I couldn't remember what they were, but I wanted to show her. And then I wanted to know, like, how do you know your Hindu gods are real? So, like, me and the mother, the girl around my age, like with the daughter, and her mom was living with her too, the grandma. We both we were in this sleigh or something in a city, because she was going to go show me why she believes in the Hindu, what kind of proof she has the Hindu gods are real. And then in the city, when we were in like this sleigh with some horses or something, it was like a real nice sleigh. We like pull up into the city, like town center of a city, and then there's wolves like running around, like attacking people in the city, like a pack of wolves. And then she like points at it and she says, "That's how we know." I was like, "What?" I didn't know what that meant. Like at the time, I kind of like got like this vibe, like the only proof that they have is like an actual real events that they attribute to gods doing stuff, like their gods. Like if a strange or dramatic event happens in real life, they attribute that to their gods, and then that's the only proof that they have to show that their gods are real. That's just like the vibe I got. I don't know. I could be wrong, but anyways, it showed like wolves attacking people in a town, in a city, in a town square. And then I got that vibe that like, well, maybe it's that, but I don't know for sure. This is just what was in the dream. So we like head back. We're like back at the trailer park. We all of a sudden we're in the trailer I grew up in when I was like a little kid. And then we're like sitting around the table, and it was like it's still Christmas morning, still Christmas morning. And then I just wanted to really, I wanted to show her what I just seen, like God's gifts. I wanted to show her God's gifts, and I started like getting like really like flustered and like, oh, I can't show her the gifts. Like I gotta show her my proof. I gotta show her my proof that the Christian God's real. I gotta show her my proof. And I was like really flustered because I couldn't remember what they were fully, and I couldn't tell her. And then I like look, all of a sudden I like look over at like this. It's like a fireplace, like a real like nice fireplace, like nicest fireplace I've ever seen in my life. Like nicest fireplace I've ever seen in my life. That's not really at the trailer in real life, but anyways. But in the corner of the trailer, there's like this really nice fireplace, and I see like these two like legs. They weren't like they were like in shape legs with like baggy like Santa Claus pants. Like it looked like hip hop Santa Claus dancer's legs or something with like baggy pants almost, like but like really like nice like velvet pants or something. And then all of a sudden he dropped like three bags, like three like red velvet, like kind of like Santa Claus bags he puts in his sleigh kind of thing, but like little like small, like these decently sized ones. And then he just drops three at his feet, and I couldn't see him because like still half his body was in the above the mantle or whatever. So I could just see his legs, and then the legs just drop like three bags. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, right on. I got something to show her. So I could like go over there, and I'm looking through these bags. I open the first bag. The bag's like the best looking cake I've ever seen in my life. I don't even like cake. I don't like cake. I've tried like so many different kinds, but I just don't like cake. Unless it's like cooked, if it's like made perfectly, cake's all. Then I like cake, but I just don't eat cake that much. I just don't like it. But anyways, this was like the best looking cake I've ever seen in my life. It was like a rectangle, probably like 2 feet by a foot or something, 2 feet by 1 foot, and it was like cooked to perfection. It was steaming. It was still steaming hot in the little tray it was over it. It was like steaming hot. And then when I looked at it, I like took the tray off, or the lid off, and it was still like just steaming hot, like it just came out of like the oven or something. But the edges were all like looked like they were like crispy, like golden brown. The edges and the outside layer of the cake was like just golden brown, like cooked to perfection. And the inside looked like it was like the moistest, best kind of looking cake in the world. But anyways, the outside layer had like a crisp golden brown layer, and then it had like that confetti icing, that white icing, that really good white icing. But it looked like it was better than like regular icing. Like it looked like it was better than like the best kind of confetti white icing you can possibly buy that's available on the planet. It looked like it was that, and it was like melted over like the perfectly encrusted golden brown edges of the cake, and it was like translucent because it was like out of the oven. It was so, and the icing was like translucent, and it was like just mixed with the golden brown edges. It was just like perfectly like in there. It looked like so good. It looked like the best cake I've ever seen in my life. It was like just translucent, like white confetti icing, uh, with like really like it was just like the best looking cake I have ever seen. Like if it looked like it would be like caramel, kind of like some like a really like a good. It looked like if you bit into that thing, it looked like it was gonna be like the best tasting cake in the whole world. It looked like it was gonna be the best tasting cake in the whole world. It did. And there was like three stacked up on each. There was three. There was two stacked up on one. And then so I like put the lid back on, and then I opened up the other one, and then there was a bunch of like little like chests and like they looked like something like a gingerbread house, but they were made of like graham crackers, like a real like fine, like smaller, like more intricately designed, like a lot more appealing and nicer looking than any gingerbread house I've ever seen in my entire life. But they were like decorated so intricately and nicely, and but they looked like really like delicate, like they were like made of like graham crackers instead of like gingerbread. And they were like decorated like very nice. Like when I looked at it, it looked like it was a nicer like gingerbread looking decoration kind of looking things than like anything on the planet. Like anything on the fucking planet. It looked like nicer than that. It like looked like you were looking at like the best gingerbread cake or best gingerbread designed thing, but it looked like you were on like mushroom, like the psilocybin, like the mushrooms, and you were looking at that uh, gingerbread creation, and it was like so beautiful and appealing, and like the edges all looked like really, like just it just looked like the nicest kind of design in the whole world. Like duh. So, anyways, and there was like a bunch of them in this bag, and then I checked the third bag, and there was like just like these canisters of that confetti icing, that white confetti icing, and it looked like it was probably like better than what's on the planet. Like I just got this feeling that it was gonna taste better, just like it just looked better than anything on the fucking planet. So, but anyways, I take like the food and the treats up to the table where the Hindu family was sitting with my family. So I'm like trying to like open like one of those there was like this little chest thing, or like one of those gingerbread chests with like there was some confetti icing and some kind of cheese in the like some cheese spread on one side, like two sides, but anyway, I pop it open with my knife, and then there was like some kind of like cheese spread and really good, really like high quality icing, really high quality cheese spread in it. So I like grabbed my knife and I grabbed some of that cheese spread and I put it on a graham cracker, like one of these like graham cracker things in my hand. And then I like go to offer it as, because I just wanted to like give her what was presented to me. I wanted to try and show her why I believe my God was real, why the Christian God's real. And then when I went to like give her the piece that I put the heavenly kind of like, I'm pretty sure these were like this food from heaven. So that's what, because like in the Bible during the when he turns water to wine at that wedding, apparently the wine was the best tasting wine they had ever tasted in their lives. Right, it's the best tasting wine that they've ever had in their lives. And then when I'm looking at these gifts that came from those sacks, they look like the best gifts I've ever seen in my life, like the best treats I've ever seen in my life. So that correlates with the biblical story of like the wine was the best tasting wine. So I just assumed this food was from heaven, and it had to be from heaven because it was like the best food ever. It looked like the best versions of that food that exist. But anyways, I went to hand her the graham cracker with that cheese spread on it. It looked like really good cheese spread too. It kind of looked like Cheese Whiz, but like it's probably like way better than Cheese Whiz. Probably like really good. But I know like a lot of people don't like Cheese Whiz, but I kind of like Cheese Whiz. But like it looked like a really good cheese spread, like the best cheese, better than anything on the planet. Kind of, it's probably better than everything on the planet. But I go to hand her this graham cracker, and she said, "Oh, there's no need to share. There's enough to go around." So I was like, "Well, there's enough to go around. We don't have to share any of it." So it kind of got like this vibe, like in heaven. Is there always enough? There's gonna always be enough food to go around. That's like the vibe I got. It's like if you go to heaven, there's just always like gonna be enough food. But it won't be like, I don't think it'll be big and extravagant because there wasn't like a huge amount that 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 were in those sacks. It was just like kind of like a perfect amount. But anyways, fast forward like a month, 2 months almost. I'm like going to have this cracker. This was like 3 days ago, 4 days ago or something. I'm like going to have this cracker with some of my soup, and I just grabbed this cracker at random. Like it was like this package of crackers that was like in the cupboard for like a year or something, right? Didn't even know like what they were, but it was like, and then I decided to put like cheese whiz on it on the cracker, and then I went to bite the cracker, and the cracker was graham cracker. It was a graham cracker. It tasted like graham cracker. It was like a type of shortbread type graham cracker thing, and like it was actually good, like a cheese spread and like a good cheese spread on a graham cracker or a graham shortbread or some kind of like graham affiliated cracker type thing. It actually tastes like really good. They taste good together. And that's the first time in my life I've ever done that. And then that's what kind of like triggered me. I was like, man, that happened in that happened in my heaven dream, and this is the first time in my life I just accidentally do that. It just like made me think of the dream like so much. It was almost like the dream like foretold the future or something. It was just so weird. It was like the strangest event. It was like really strange. But like yeah, like graham crackers and like a cheese spread it's actually good. You should try it. But anyways, what I got from it is I wanted to share this video to a bunch of East Indian groups and let them know that I'm pretty sure that dream was from the Christian God, and he's thinking of the East Indians. He likes you guys. He wants you guys to be Christian, I think, or like be nice to Christians, or convert to Christianity, or he wants you guys help. He wants to help you guys. He like really he cares about you. So I don't think that dream was made up by me. I think that dream was created, and I was just like inside the creation and just like experiencing the dream. I think that dream was actually a dream from God, because the mustard, I didn't know mustard was even a biblical thing. So, and then it like basically predicted the future when I put cheese on a graham cracker. It's just so weird. But I think he like really like cares about East Indians. Like he wants you guys to like think like he like cares about you guys. So I don't know, maybe and I think the Christian God's like 100% real. There's like I got like my stories and what I've been through is like 100% tangible evidence that the Christian God is 100% real. And this is the only evidence that I've seen of any God existing in my life. So I think like I'm like Christian now. I'm a Christian now after seeing what I've seen. But he cares about East Indians. So, but anyways, don't want to make this video too long, but that's all I wanted to say. So hopefully, I'm gonna share this to like a couple hundred East Indian groups, just so they can get the message. So, or maybe like 100 or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But that's all I got. I got 3 other videos I got two other videos. You can go onto my channel. Uh, here's my here's my videos. You can watch these other two videos if you guys want like more proof. But I got that. I got my Hell Dreams Real Pain video and God's Real Divine Favor. And here's my channel. It's on it's Western Critique. I'm Western Critique. It's on Rumble and Odyssey, and I got links on my Facebook where you'll see this video linked to you from my Facebook account. And then all you have to do is just go to my profile, the guy who shared this video to your group, and all my links to my channels are right here. See, like right here, over on this side, I got Gab, True Social, MeWe, Rumble, Odyssey. You just have to click on the links. The Rumble and Odyssey right here where the videos are. I got two more to prove to you that the Christian God's real, and this is a legitimate dream that he's like thinking of you. I got two more videos. I got like lots more proof. More videos are coming up, but I got like two more videos proving the existence of the Christian God. So, and they're on my Rumble and Odyssey channel, and then there's another link up here. So I just hope some message goes to you, and you think more highly of the Christian God, because he cares about you. Or if you want to maybe convert or something, or maybe go see what the religion's about or something. But all I know is I'm supposed to tell East Indians about this dream I had. So, but anyways, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, and good luck if you decide to explore the Christian faith. Thanks.